One of the questions I get asked the most is how to make things curve in two directions. So you'll see here, these are curving on a kind of the vertical plane and curving if I look at them in plan view. So I thought I would just do a quick video to show you how to do it. It's a very powerful technique called Intersect Faces with Model. And once you get the hang of it to do stuff like this, it will allow you to vastly increase the repertoire of shapes that you can draw, basically. So I've got my shape here. It is at the final height, so the highest point. I'm going to make a copy of it and I'm going to paste it down here. I am going to rotate it so that it lines up more or less with the red axis, which you'll see here, which will allow me to draw a box around it. Just check that those are both on ground level. Yep, and I am going to make the box a group. I'm now going to pull it up so that it covers the top of the wall. Now you'll see here I'm toggling in and out of what is called View, Component Edit, Hide, Rest of Model. I've got this on a shortcut key. I would recommend everybody does the same because it's incredibly useful. So I'll pull that up, so that's now at the height of the wall. On my box I just need to mark, so the highest point of the wall is going to be here and the lowest point is going to be there. So I want this lowest point to be a foot. So I'm just going to drop down, let's just zoom in on that a bit. Pick up that point there. You'll see I've picked up that snapping. I'm going to bring that up 300mm. And now I'm going to push. Let's see, that can come down, although I don't really need that. I am now going to use the arc tool to draw the curve on my wall. So I think what I will probably do is try and keep it a reasonably gentle curve. You'll see with the arc tool, shortcut is A, you'll see I always use the shortcuts. It not only saves time, but it also makes you look cool. Where it's turquoise, it just gives you a nice smooth curve. In retrospect, I'm not sure I like that. A slightly better version. Maybe start there. So I'll do that. Maybe come down like that. There, that looks pretty good. So next step is to push away this top section. So I'm just going to push that and it's gone. I am now just going to hide these lines. So that's hold down the shift key when you're using the eraser. I'm now going to select all of this shape, which is Command A or Control A, and go Intersect Faces with Model. You'll see where the two shapes have intersected, it's drawn another shape. I need to copy this. So I'm going to double click it, Command C to copy. Get out of here. Ooh, let's press that. The escape key is right next to the recording stop button, so I'm slightly nervous of touching it, which is what you should normally do to get out of a group. So I'm going to do the same. I've gone into my wall here. I am going to right click, Intersect Faces with Model. And occasionally this happens, which is quite annoying. Try that again. Yeah, you will see it's just not done a great line. What that might mean is that you have to manually fill in a few bits. I wonder why that is. I don't particularly want to have to manually fill them in. If I undo that back. Again. I'm going to make a copy of it. I'm just going to move it straight along this point, so maybe it's going to like it better. Select all. Okay, yeah, that's better. I don't know what happened there. All I basically did was just move it along in my shape. My shape is the same shape all the way across, so it doesn't really matter. So I'll delete that one. And now I'm going to go back again and repeat that step in the block. So Intersect Faces with Model. This time it's done it there. This is probably a bit easier to fix. So if you turn on View Hidden Geometry, again I've got that on a short key, what you want to do is each of these planes with the dashed line, you need to make sure that that is filled in. So you're just making sure that each of these areas is filled as if it was a shape that you're filling in order to push and pull. So that's that done. Double click, copy that, go back into my wall. Now what I need to do is delete the top surface. The quickest way to do that is to have it on a side view and then select the top lines and delete that, and you'll see that they have all gone. You can then just manually, you don't have to go and do so much. Let's get rid of that bit. There, brill. So I now have the wall with a hole in it, but because I copied the bit from the other shape, I just go Edit, Paste in Place. You will see if I turn back on Hidden Geometry, I actually have these weird shapes here, which are just the extensions of the line. I deleted the obvious lines, but I didn't delete the uprights, which are actually hidden lines. If it bothers you, you can whiz them off quickly, but it doesn't particularly matter because they're not going to affect your final model. And then that, if I just delete this bit, I somehow ungrouped that, which is not what I want to do. So that now, I can get rid of that, is my final bit of wall. I just need to go and put it back in place and rotate it properly. So what I will do to do that is I will take this bit here and put it, no, it's that bit there, and put it right in on the corner there, and then I can use the rotate tool just to bring it round here. I'm going to do it in 2 steps because then there it's snapped back in perfectly. Get rid of that, make it grey, and that's that. So slightly long process when you're recording it and making mistakes, but yeah, hopefully that explains it.